So tell us about the garden.
I'm so excited because this has been a few years in the making, and I'm finally happy with the outcome. I'm not going to say I'm not going to change it, but for now, I'm very happy. So these, if they remember, this was on the other side though. So the whiskey barrels, right? They were on the other side of the house, and I kept forgetting them, and I wasn't watering them or treating them, fertilizing it as I was doing with the plants that's in the garden. So Muscle Man, you helped me move this over here to this area.
These is heavy.
I did some work. I kind of shift them over, so I did some work. We have in this one, I believe it's collard greens, because I planted them when I was pregnant, and a lot of these I don't remember what they are, but they're greens. So we have collard greens, we have, is it broccoli rabe in here, some regular broccoli.
I see the onions. I see the onions.
Onions you'll find throughout the garden, throughout the yard, because they're a great pest deterrent, right? Mm-hmm. And they have so much, they're great for certain plants and keeping pests away. So that's why we have them all the way around. And we have peppers, so there's a variety of peppers here. We have it's a red pepper. We have a green pepper in the back. We have the onions in there. I believe these are still collards in between, because I had bunched them up, and so now I just started separating them slowly. And this one is kind of like my favorite. This is the hot cayenne pepper. So I hope I can just dry them out and use it as my seasoning. I use peppers and onions practically every day, because most people say what the three, what is it called? That's
the staples. I don't know.
No, there's a name for it. The Holy Trinity. Mm-hmm. And for me, it's not onions, peppers. No, it's onions, carrots, and celery. For me, it's onions, peppers, and garlic.
Is that an island thing?
Maybe it is. It has to be spicy. So that's where the pepper coming in. The onions is just in everything. Onions and rice and everything. Soups, pastas. Onions just provide so much flavor.
I don't think it's one meal we eat that do not have onions or peppers or garlic.
Dessert. That's the
maybe.
We have to have onions, and I figured stop buying it. If we can put it in our, produce it on our own, and that's the goal. But it serves so many purposes in keeping that smell, keeps a lot of the pests away, and that's why we have it in every raised bed and mostly near the plants. So come with me. So I think what I get most excited for, Jade, our daughter would say yellow is my favorite color. I was so against yellow, I think, saying yellow is my favorite color, but it actually it's like brightens your day. So I guess it is my favorite color. As you can tell, it's added. And then we have this flower going around the gate here, just to bring some pop. So the goal of having this table here in this little floor area, is one I can have coffee with, in the morning, or tea. And sometimes you just need a break from the kids, and we just come out here. It's quiet. It's like secluded. Right? Mm-hmm. You can just hear and see the birds. We have some birds visiting us, and butterflies. So they like the flowers. That's my sign right there that I'm doing good with the garden. So on the left hand, we have our citrus. These citrus, the one in the back it's really resilient there, because it's growing behind two plants, and it's actually taller than any of the ones that are really right next to it. That is an orange tree. And we have a tangerine here as well. That one we hope we can get some fruit next season. By the way, it is December. You see how beautiful it is today? This is the best time to plant in Central Florida, I believe, because this is the best weather we have had. And each day I try to come out, and put down some more seeds, put down another tree. I haven't been digging, of course, because we just had the baby, but I have done some work. So it's a great time to work it out in the garden. Over here, I can't remember. I'm gonna say it's passion fruit.
Passion fruit.
Look at me, I'll remember it. You have onions going around it. So I have green, yellow, and red onions. Well, sweet onions, green, yellow. No, what did I just say? It's yellow, white, and red onions. We have blueberries here. I added some coffee ground on the sides, because it also helps with the soil. And behind us, one of our easygoing raised beds. I say easygoing because as we grow more, what I have learned with the growing a lot of the plants is not to plant the seeds all at the same time, because then you're going to have them already at the same time. So I plant carrots, and as I see it sprout, I come out and I put more carrot seeds or more pepper seeds, or we have sage, we have rosemary. And it's so funny, I put these down during Thanksgiving because they was on sale. But I also have the seeds that's coming out and they're sprouting. We have onions, of course, and we have the peppers. The kids put the peppers down because we like to get them involved. We have one coming now. We like to get them involved in gardening, because there's sometimes that I can't come out here because I have a little one. He can come out and water for me and know if I say, hey, go water the carrots, he'll know what I'm saying. So and then they like to do it. They keep them busy and get them out in the sun. So in between, we have popcorn coming up, which I also moved from the other side of the house because I can keep an eye on them here. I'm really excited to get popcorn because we eat a lot of popcorn.
We eat a lot of popcorn.
So the goal of this side of the garden is really, the goal of just the garden is to grow what you eat, not what you see and look pretty and it's just like, oh, I should do it because somebody else is doing it. No, that's why we have this strawberry bed here. Oh my God, I honestly we still don't have enough strawberries, which is why I added it to this side of the garden. So we have strawberries all in between the onions. We have tomatoes. I think we're actually going to get a variety of tomatoes this year, which is good because it's not hot. We have peppers, red peppers, green peppers, yellow, Scott bonnet peppers. Peppers are just endless. You just can never go wrong with just growing peppers. And what else did I throw in here? Oh, asparagus. That's a new add for me because I tried it on the other side of the house. It didn't do well. I'm not going to give up. A lot of the plants that I keep growing or keep trying, it doesn't mean, if it doesn't do well in that side of the house or that side of the garden or this raised bed, I just move it. I keep trying because it's possible. So don't give up if you see something that doing. For instance, tomatoes didn't do well for us earlier in the year and it's doing great this year. So it just might be the wrong timing for it or the wrong placement of it, or the companion plant may not be doing, shouldn't be next to it. Just keep trying. That's what I say. The coolest thing, what Jermaine just stepped on right now, are the peas. So we have peas, we have beans, and you know why these are so cool? I didn't buy the seeds. I took, I make beans. I'm Haitian. We make beans. We put beans with everything. I used some of those beans from the kitchen, put them, soak it in some water to see which ones are going to sprout for us. Those that sprouted, I put down all the way around across the garden here. We have black-eyed peas. We have white beans, pitcher peas, lentils. There's so many varieties. A lot of them I'm just going to figure out when they grow. I'm like, oh, that's what it is. One of Jermaine's pet peeve of mine is I don't put labels on anything.
There's no labels. I don't know what's growing half of the time.
But I know what my babies are. I know where they are. He can tell you what most of the things are. What happened to your hand?
Yeah, he can.
Oh, there's another one.
And the grapes are coming back.
Yes, our muscadine grapes. I also got a raspberry. It's kind of dormant now, but we have 2 raspberries. But I also added another grapevine. I can't remember the name, but I did add 2 more grape plants that we want to add that does well in Central Florida. But muscadine is one of the best grapes to grow in Central Florida because it's pest resilient and it does well in our hot conditions, and I just love it. Okay, so on this side we have mulch all the way around because as we add more, we're just helping the soil develop. So as we add more, so in this section to help with this kitchen, to help with the soil, I added some compost, and then I'm just going to just dig from there and move it around the garden. Oh, these 2. This is how I keep them busy. 1 second. So let me just show you before we come back to this. Come on, Mama. See, stop doing it. You want to pull the carrot for Mommy? This way. You did it. Let her do it. It's ready. How do you know it's ready? Because you can see it. Exactly. That's how you know it's ready. You can see it. So you want to help me pull this one, Mama? Yeah. Can you do this one? Oh, whoa. That was little. Baby. That's perfect for her. Now she's going to hold it the whole time.
Good job, baby.
Don't pull no more. No more. Not yet. That's not ready yet. You just told me, remember? Things that we have, I think one of my favorite things that we grew this year was pineapples. So we have pineapples in here. This is our pineapple bed, but it's also all the way around the yard. We have pineapples. I put one down a few days. I don't know where I put it, but I have another pineapple I just put down. Shoot. think hopefully I watered it. But we have pineapples all the way around. We added flowers throughout the garden to bring those butterflies and bees and pollinators. Because of all of the plants we have here, it makes sense to add. I know you wasn't a fan of my flowers, but he loves them now.
Yes, I do like them.
And
Hey, look, I like the pollinators now. I want my fruit.
Yeah. So like I said, I'm testing this out because it's not the right season to grow squash. I don't really follow some of those packages because centrifugal is different. And I'm still gonna, oh, you okay, mama? Okay. So I still added a few squash just to see how it do, and I'm gonna come back. It looks like it's doing well. We haven't had any like really cold nights, so I think a lot of the plants are actually loving this weather. I have sweet potatoes in the back end here. I do have another raspberry vine, another blackberry bush. That little plant is supposed to be raspberry, but it's not. It's like a lemon raspberry. It's not doing well this, so I might pull it and move it. Our peas that I was talking about, a variety of, there's like 8 different variety of beans and peas that we're growing. Can never go wrong with that, especially if you're an islander. So in this little surprise, I think I call this my bonus pot or bonus compost. It was supposed to be compost, right? But then we started to find plants growing in here, and because it was so rich and the soil was doing so well, it's produced a lot of plants. Like I have gotten a pepper from here, carrots, of course you saw we pulled. We got a mango plant from here. Remember? We threw some mango seeds.
It's still over there.
Yeah, and now we have rosemary coming through. So sometimes when I'm planting, the seeds may fly and it lands in random areas, but this little area here does very well. That's not right. They can't pull that. Over here is more greens. We have my favorite green, collard greens. You cannot have a garden without collard greens. So I got collard greens. I have kale for my morning smoothies. I have some more broccoli in here. So you see the kale on this side. There's a few kales. So like I said, I go in once I see them grow or start to grow. I go in and add some more seeds in between. Yeah, I know. And what is it? What else is in here? That's all I can remember. First raised beds actually here, right? So that's why it's a little shorter, because I plan on redoing it, but for now it does great because this is where our sweet potatoes are. I have cleaned it up and redid the soil, and I have an eggplant. Why do I have one eggplant? I probably forgot. I purchased it and I don't know why I have one. Makes no sense. You don't buy one plant, right?
Yeah.
So we have sweet potatoes that's in here, but on top are onions and more collard greens and more broccoli. But then can we stop please? Thank you. Okay, thank you. And I also went back and I added some basil, because basil does very well. They're great companion plants for onions and sweet potatoes. So I added some basil here too, so look forward to that. We actually do pretty well in growing basil. So in this back area, what I plan on doing, sorry mama, is I added some some seeds for flowers, because I want this whole back area to be just light up with flowers, right? And then on the other side we have some more peas coming through. You can see that they're actually sprouted just recently. And then my potatoes are actually, some of them are ready. So these are potatoes from the house. You know, when you just forget you have potatoes in the pantry. And blackberries, they are dormant, but what I did was take advantage is actually just adding the peas and black-eyed peas, just all peas and beans all the way around. We have winter squash. I hope they're winter squash, but we'll see when they come up. I love these flowers here as well. These are, just had the name, marigold. Like, did you know that marigolds grow this tall? Like, that's so cool compared to what we're growing in the other areas. Right now we don't have some, but they come back. But these are marigold, which I do plan on putting in the back of the fence too, to have marigolds going all the way around, and also in the back of the blackberries to have some marigolds. And right outside the garden, watch your step, I'm gonna fix that, I promise. Oh, you know what I didn't show was in the raised bed. We got tomatoes growing in not our raised bed, that bonus little pot. We have tomatoes growing, so another bonus. Aloe. So for me with my locks, I need the aloe to keep my hair moisturized, but aloe is so versatile. You can use it in so many different ways. And I see how much it costs at the store. We have a few aloe plants and they require zero work. Am I wrong?
No work.
So
you do nothing, don't even water it.
This what keeps the snake out of my garden. I believe that's what I believe, because that's the only way I'm gonna sit in this garden and enjoy it. So this is my intro to the garden, and then this plant actually keeps a lot of pests away because it has these little spikes. So I love how the setup is, and it's very calm. So thanks for joining me in my garden today. Hopefully I see you tomorrow morning.